for those searching for a home in immigration. I initially wanted to create this video about my trip to Hawaii. I felt so fulfilled and at home, like the best memories from childhood. I returned to New York, the place I call home, but I feel like I'm on an endless journey. I'm writing to all those who left their home long ago, but still haven't found a new one. To all the wanderers whose souls are scattered across the world in people and places so dear, yet so far away, and to which there is no longer a way back. Moving for a better life only to realize that the best times are behind you. Yeah, it seems like you have your whole life ahead of you, but your loved ones are so far away. Parents are aging, friends are building their lives without you. The last shared memories are already 3 years old, living in the land of opportunity but feeling so constrained. First thought, keep traveling. Oh yeah, I think for immigrants this might sound especially strange because on one hand your whole life feels like one big journey since you're in a new country. On the other hand, you have to work so much that you just can't afford to take a break. So the emptiness and the meaninglessness of routine fill with a sense of purpose from the desire to keep moving. Second thought was born in a pineapple field. How long do you think it takes to grow a pineapple? You're going to be shocked because a pineapple takes 18 months to grow. If even a pineapple takes 18 months to grow, why do we demand such quick results from ourselves? For some reason, we feel like we need to be even more successful when we're in another country. Even someone who never planned to start their own business or do something big in immigration feels like they have to succeed, achieve more and work so much harder than they would in their home country. On one hand, yes, we're forced to because we don't have the same basic support systems, like relatives who can have your back, friends who can offer you a place to stay in, but moving to a new country doesn't make us as superhumans. It's just as hard for us. We only end up more exhausted. There's so little familiarity in our lives. We adapt quickly, but at the same time, we demand even more from ourselves. From here comes the third thought. In immigration, we rebuild and create all our relationships from scratch. First of all, this is a relationship with ourselves and our attitude towards ourselves. I have to admit I feel a bit of dissonance because I'm showing such beautiful visuals while raising heavy and somewhat uncomfortable topics. But we will continue talking about being hard on yourself. This doesn't come out of nowhere. Of course, everyone has different stories, everyone was raised differently. But besides that, I've noticed one important thing. For an immigrant, the pressure often builds up from all sides. In my case, for example, pressure can come from people who stayed in my home country, where life isn't sweet. I couldn't allow myself to complain knowing some people are suffering much more than I am. You don't expect kindness from those going through even greatest risk for their lives. As a result, you feel pressured and afraid to speak. I know how hard it is when you sit there thinking you're alone, when you criticize yourself with these thoughts, try to shame yourself, force yourself to be grateful for the opportunities, and push yourself even harder. But I want to tell you that pressure on immigrants can also come from the people in the country you've moved to. So you might feel pressure from your own people, from the locals, and on top of that, you're hard on yourself too. Fourth thought, life really isn't simplicity. Living in such a successful city, I'm surrounded by many people who have built their own businesses here and I'd like to look up to them. But personally, I face the problem of not wanting to open my own business. I don't have a desire for big money. Maybe I don't understand this because I've never been wealthy. I've never been deeply connected to it. At some point, I began to shame myself for that because we're supposed to want more. We're supposed to strive, right? But after spending time in nature, in Maui, there's really nothing to strive for, honestly. And that's life. And maybe that's why I feel heavier inside, because I'm not living life the way I want to. Thank you to everyone who watched this video till the end. This is my first video on YouTube. I immediately started with a difficult topic. But if you're going through something like this, or if you know someone who is an immigrant, please share this video with them. It probably won't fix our lives, but hearing that someone else is going through something similar can make things a little easier. Aloha.